Good day, everyone. We are here to present our topic for today about organizing and managing technology company. I'm Ellie, and I'm joined with my fellow members, Jaslyn, Vince, James, Christian, John, and Lawrence, to give you a discussion about organization and how it functions in a company. The contents of our discussion will be the basic organizational structures, prevalent organizational structures in the ICT industry, the different stages of technology companies, different tech organizations, the crucial personalities and skills of a founder, the people involved in tech organizations, how can small tech companies compete for talent given advantages of large tech companies, organizing around different components such as core competencies, innovation, efficiency, and others, and lastly, the other issues in organizing and managing a tech company that include security, data theft, and other components. Each topic is assigned to our respective members to give you information about organizing and managing a technological business or company. To give you an introduction to our topic, I will be discussing the basic organizational structures. It will be composed of the following subtopics, which are the definition of an organization and an organizational structure, the elements of an organizational structure, the difference between mechanistic versus organic structure, the 6 common bases for grouping employees, the types of organizational structures, and how to create your own org structure. So first, let's start off with what is an organization. An organization is defined as a social unit of people that are managed to meet necessary goals. They are a design team to pursue a specific achievement to develop and implement their cause. It also refers to the act of putting things into a logical order, or the act of taking an efficient and orderly approach to tasks or a group of people who have formally come together. So what is an org structure? An org structure is a system that maps the activities to achieve the goals of an organization. These activities can include rules, roles, and responsibilities of each member of the organization to maximize the capability to work efficiently. The organizational structure also determines how information flows between levels within the company. These structures can use functions, markets, products, geographies, or processes as their guide. Businesses need structure in order to function and grow. Without structure, there's very little clarity and focus, and nobody knows whom to report to, and responsibilities are passed around among employees. Structure is the reason why businesses are referred to as organizations. Here are the 3 elements that needed in an organization. First is the chain of command. Your chain of command is how tasks are delegated and work is approved. An organizational structure allows you to define how many outlines a particular department or business line should have. Chain of command refers to a company's hierarchy of reporting relationships, from the bottom to the top of an organization, who must answer to whom. The chain of command not only establishes accountability, but it also lays out a company's lines of authority and decision-making power. A proper chain of command ensures that every task, job position, and department has one person assuming responsibility for performance. Next element is called the span of control. Your span of control can represent 2 things. One is who falls under management, and the other is which tasks fall under a department's responsibility. A manager may be linked to many or few subordinates. The number of people reporting to a manager is called a manager's span of control. Managers with wide spans of control have many subordinates, and it's not possible for a manager to closely examine activity. Employees under such managers have more authority to perform their jobs and even make decisions than employees reporting to managers with narrow spans of control. Lastly, centralization. Centralization describes where decisions are ultimately made. Once you've established your chain of command, you'll need to consider which people and departments have a say in each decision. Centralization refers to a setup in which the decision-making powers are concentrated in a few leaders at the top of the organizational structure. Decisions are made at the top and communicated to lower level manager for implementation. So now we are to discuss what is the difference between mechanistic versus organic organizational structure. Mechanistic org structure rely on one individual to make decisions and provide direction for the company. Small businesses often use this structure since the owner is responsible for the company's business operations. Organic org structure often have several individuals responsible for making business decisions and running the business. This organization rely on a team environment at different levels in the business. Individuals at each level in the business may have some autonomy to make business decisions. Mechanistics are also called as centralized structures are known for having narrow spans of control. They are also quite rigid in what specific departments are designed and permitted to do for the company. This org structure is much more formal than the organic structure, using specific standards and practices to govern every decision the business makes. And while this model does hold staff more accountable for their work, it can become a hindrance to the creativity and agility that the organization needs to keep up with random changes in the market. Organic org structure, also known as flat structures, are known for their wide spans of control. This model may have multiple teams answering to one person and taking on projects based on their importance and what the team is capable of. The flexibility that an organic structure allows can be extremely helpful to business that's navigating a fast-moving industry or simply trying to stabilize itself after a rough quarter. It also empowers employees to try new things and develop as professionals, making the organization's workforce more powerful in the long run. The next topic is about the 6 common bases for grouping employees. The first common base is called skill. Employees are grouped based on what they know. For example, hospitals have departments like allergy, cardiology, internal medicine, and so on. The second base is called the function. Employees are grouped by the basic function in the organization. This leads to the familiar departments of manufacturing, marketing, engineering, finance, and so on. Third one is process. Workers are grouped based on the process or activity used by the worker. It is the underlying technology that determines the departmentation. An example of this is a manufacturing company may create separate casting, welding, and other groups. Next is the output. The grouping is based on the products or services that the employee works on. For example, a manager may have different divisions for each of its product lines. Next is the client. The grouping is based on the type of clients their work is ultimately sold to. For example, computer companies have different sales departments for home, small business, educational, government, and even large business customers. Lastly, location. Groupings are based on the geographical areas that they serve. The territory may be known as district, division, or region. It is suitable for organizations to have a wide geographical market, such as pharmaceuticals, banking, consumer goods, insurance, and so on. These are the several bases that the company needs to ensure the efficiency of their employers to do their work and to benefit from it to achieve their goals in their organization.